Morning folks, happy Easter. It's Easter Sunday today and it's freezing cold. It's more like winter. Anyway, I've still got things to crack on with. So first of all though, get the kettle on, have a brew, because that's the first thing you should do. See you in a bit.
Dave at the allotment. Dave, what are you after this afternoon? Still cracking on at the allotment? Get the kettle on. It's Dave at the allotment. See you in a bit.
Well, that's better. I'll just stick that down there for now. Let it cool off. It's freezing today and it's just started to rain, so I'm not sure how much filming I'll get done. But it just shows you, there's a little saying, some people might know it. Well, most people will know this saying, but there's a few people watching who'll probably need a bit explanation. Never cast a clout till May is out. Now basically that just means always expect some frost until at least May. I'm glad I never planted it. Well, I wasn't going to. I'll show you what I've been doing later on outside if it stops raining. But things need to go out now, but I would hold back. You still need to hold back. Don't be too eager. That's a good little tip for you. Is this warm enough? Can I drink this yet? Nah. I'll just burn my mouth out. I can't even see now. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Like I say, there's a few jobs I need to do today. Tidying up outside is most important. I did also buy some seeds the other day from the pound shop. Thought, why not? Some spinach. Spinach America. So I'll be sowing some of them seeds in the greenhouse. Some poppies, because I like them. Nice little field of poppies at the back there. And some sunflower seeds. Now Nigel Muddy Boots, I haven't backed out of the challenge. I thought I had some sunflower seeds here, but I've got some now, so they'll be getting sown today as well. Right, I better get my work boots on and crack on. But I'll drink this first, because I'm thirsty. See you in a bit. Well, as you can probably hear, it's raining. It hasn't stopped raining for the past 3 hours now. But since the rain, I have tidied up the shed. So at least that's one thing off the list. I have also been pottering around out there. But I'll show you. Like I say, hopefully it'll stop raining and I'll be able to show you round. Otherwise, I'll have to improvise with some sort of umbrella for the camera. I have got some seeds here, like I say. I'm going to sow these sunflowers I've got an ingenious idea, I think. So I'll take it in the greenhouse and see what you think of that. But first, I want to tell you a little story. Now some of you might know, yesterday I was at Newburn. I tried to make a little live video at Paula's brother's allotment, but the reception wasn't very good, so the video didn't work very well. Yeah, his allotment's in Newburn. That they're his chickens, not mine. The canny like. But anyway, I'm drifting from the point of the story. Now, some of you have already seen the Newburn chippy that I go to when I'm down there, because it's the best chippy in the world. Well, I went there yesterday to get something to eat, obviously, and while I was waiting for my change, I was just glancing, because it's like stepping back in time going to this chippy. anyway, I was looking around the walls and that. I was looking at the pop, you know. I remember when it used to be glass bottles and you got 5 pence back. Not now. Anyway, I was glancing and I said, what? So I had to buy some. I haven't had this for years. Sarsaparilla. Oh, it's what a blast from the past. So this is sometimes, it's better than a cuppa. You want to get some sarsaparilla. I'm a kid again. I used to get that off the pop man that used to come round the doors. Right into the greenhouse. Right, I didn't bring us into the greenhouse to show you how to sow some sunflower seeds, because you should know that already. And anyway, it tells you how to do it on the back of the packet. What I did bring you over into the greenhouse for, because I had a little idea the other night, which I thought, hey, now that's great. I was, remember beercan man here? Hello beercan man. Well, the other night I was sitting, I thought, am I going to start making them again? They're a right fiddly thing to make, but then I had an idea and I thought, wait a minute, this could be a good idea. Now, bear with us, bear with us. Now, here is one of me sweet peas, just for an example. Look at the root, look at the roots on that. As you know, obviously, they've been planted in the toilet roll tubes. Now, there's a thing about these, obviously they only last a one time, and they're not sort of deep enough for things like broad beans and, you know, look at that one, the roots coming right out. So, I have an idea. I'll just put that back in its place, because I'm going to pop them up into a pot in a minute. But anyway, as I was having a beer the other night and I was thinking, right, I'm going to make some beercan mans, I had another idea, and it's this. It's a beercan which has got the bit off the top cut, and it's got the drainage hole there. Now that is much deeper. Can you see? Well, they're not much deeper, but thing is with these, you can use them again. The deeper. Plus as well, with them being aluminium, in the greenhouse they'll heat up, which means that the soil inside will heat up. So as an experiment, just to see what happens, and I need to plant them anyway, I'm going to put 5 sunflower seeds in these. Now I think that's a good idea. Cheers! Right folks, I've had enough for the day. I haven't done much filming for 2 reasons. Because it's been raining all day, and plus I don't want to make the video too tricky to edit. Because like I say, I'm still getting used to this editing software. So I'll give you a quick tour. This rhubarb here. In fact, that's ready to pick that. Oh, look at all that. Rhubarb, rhubarb. So get some rhubarb crumble on the go. Anyway, this part here, the pond wildlife area. So it's starting to come together. Nice and green and stuff. So is this side. Aye, spring's on its way, but you wouldn't think it on a day like this. I don't know if you can see, but the cherry tree there is absolutely covered in blossom. Absolutely covered. So what I might do is put some netting over like bits. I want to try and get at least one cherry this year. But like I say, it's absolutely covered. If it was a nice blue sky, you'd be able to see a bit better. Anyway, this side I've tidied right up now. Got rid of most of the stuff into the skip the other day. All that's left is stuff to burn. And then hopefully I'll be able to get this dug over this week. Now that the light nights are here. Just do a little bit at a time. Get it done. This side's done. I'm going to put my potatoes in here. And I'm going to do it a bit differently than I have done before in the past. So I'm going to put them that way. So I'll get about 5 rows there. I think that'll do. 5 rows of 10 potatoes, 50 spuds, that should be enough. Oh, I keep forgetting to show you this as well. My pear tree. Loads of blossom on here as well. So I might get some pears this year. You never know. This Ergemont russet as well. It's got quite a few bits of blossom on. So I'll get 1 or 2 apples off there. And I'm not too sure about this. I mean, it is starting to grow. Oh, there's some Claygate Pearmain blossom coming on there as well. Wicked! Good stuff! I've done a little bit tidying up in the herb area. Now this here, I remember Ian Nocton, you says you'll get sick of this, it'll just grow like wildfire and you'll get rid of it. Well, I think you're right. Oh, look at this one of me slate label things, herbs. I think I might just dig this out, because it is, like you say, Ian, it's massive. It gets too big. I've got a foxglove growing here as well, which I'll just leave, but it's smothering me bay. So I might have to transplant these, because I don't want to lose them. All the rest of this stuff's coming back. This is oregano, I think. This lemon balm, lovely. The fennel is coming on. No, that's thyme. That's another thyme, and that's another thyme. I'm going to put some potatoes in here. I'll just put them to this side because this is a bit of a, not a dump area, but where I keep stuff like my tarpaulins and stuff like that. Aye, like I say, this side's all clear of debris. That's just going to get burnt along with all that once it's a nice sunny day or night, depending on the weather, the wind. Sorry about that, I just had to go and change the batteries, and it's starting to rain again, so I'm improvising. I'll run round before it gets too heavy. What was I saying? Aye, all this is going to be dug over, hopefully, within the next week. Up to this line here. So I should have plenty of space for all me veg. The artichoke just never ends. Now I've been getting some soil from here because there was a load of like spare that was filling them tyres up. I'll show you what I've been doing with that later. But what I have been doing as well is I've made a cold frame. Sorry. It's getting there. That should be big enough. I'll put the plastic on this side, and then obviously I'll just lift it up when needs be. 2 seconds, folks. Sorry about that, the camera was playing up a bit. Right, aye, that's going to be my cold frame. The comfrey's coming on. I'll be able to get a first crop of that this year and put it over in this part, which has had a little bit of a tidy up because the skip came, like I say. The comfrey goes in there. Oh yeah, doesn't matter if it rains a bit. The comfrey goes in there. Now I've emptied this out, it's all just sludge, I'll show you that later. But I managed to get this emptied. Now that was where the wasp's nest was last year. It was just all full of broken pots, plastic and all sorts of stuff. And once I figure out how to get that water out the bottom, I will, that will be me wood store for the fire pit area, which looks a right mess at the minute, but once I have a fire, it'll be alright. Right, back on with an update. What have I been doing around here? And not much, I've just been waiting for some wood chips, like I say, so I can finish off this bit, cover all this bit, and it should look canny. I folded the table away. Oh look, I'm starting to get flowers on me raspberries and the black currants. So they're doing alright, they're doing alright. I folded the chairs and table over. That was Arkwright from Open All Hours Impression. He has a little stove that I forgot I had actually. It was in the fire, in the pile of fire crap. So I've had a little fire on the go here. That's good enough to make some bacon. Bacon sarnies, no better. Now this here is the grapevine because I've cut it down. I'll show you that in a second as well. Now it looks as though these seed ball things have started to grow. So let's see what happens with them. The lavender's just stayed still. It's a little bit too cold still, like. It's starting to go brown a bit. That should be alright. What else? I made a little space here because sweet peas will be going out soon. And here is the honeysuckle area. Now, I had a thought, you know, I was thinking to myself, this pot isn't big enough for it to climb and do what it does, so I've made this little planter thing, if that's what you want to call it. I filled it with soil and some compost and some fertiliser. So I planted it in there. That should be enough soil for it to grow surely. So it'll climb up there and all that kind of thing. Hopefully. Or someone asked what sort it was. It's a Lonicera. Lonicera honeysuckle. That's the flowers on it there. So hopefully that'll not take long. Right, in the greenhouse, things have been happening since the other day even. I've potted on some of these sweet peas. And that's 8 there. And that's just enough to go along there. So the sweet peas will grow up there, hopefully. Yeah, the grapevine, that's every day. This is just romping away. So I'll have to train this up within the next week. That'll be one of my jobs. Now I think I'll have to prune some of these off actually because they're all gathering in the same bunch. But there is a couple. There's one here growing off, and there's one here growing off here, and there's even one down there, and one there. So it's going to come back. Whether I get a bunch of grapes this year or not, I do not know. We'll have to find out. There's a little canny space for me bamboo canes as well, right out the way. Plenty space. Aye, look at these. I think this is, I'm onto a winner here, like. They stand up by themselves. You can write on what they are, and then you can use them again next year. Be ideal, I think, for stuff like broad beans, sweet corn, runner beans, sweet peas, everything. And like I say, they just stand up. You don't even need a tray to put them in and out. You just stand up and you can write on them. Excellent. If it catches on and everyone starts using them, you heard it here first. There is other beers available on the market, and plus if you're under 18 and watching this, get your dad to drink the beer or get some pop. Use pop cans. These flowers, what are they now? Nemophilia 2, and these ones here I've give up on. Candy tuft and Lobelia. Nothing's happened with that. Nothing's happening with that. It's just gonna. I'll have to start again. Nothing's happening with these peppers either. I think it's still a bit too cold for things like that. The cucumber's doing okay though. And these lettuces. This is just a experiment tray. Remember. And as you can see, the ones in the clover, there's only 2 of them didn't germinate in the humax. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going on about that. One of my dahlias has come up. I don't know what's happening with the rest. I'll just leave it to see what happens. Another one of my cauliflowers has come up, so I'll leave. Oh, there's another one there poking up as well. They must be just a little bit deep, but they're coming up. They're coming up. The pumpkin's doing canny. No sign of these leeks yet. Now that's strange. No sign of the pumpkins either. No sign of the pumpkin, the zinnia, or the salvia, sorry. So I don't know. I hope these pumpkins grow. Something should have happened by now. I've put some more in there, in this pot. Hopefully, if they don't come out, they should. The calendula coming up day by day. These peas I've put up here. Coming on. Now someone asked us what's these? Well, the brackets, they're just attached to the side of the greenhouse. They were off the old greenhouse actually. I took them down years ago. I was going to put them back up, but I never got round to it, so I just kept them in the shed. And when I had a clear out the other day, I found them, so I put them up. And they work, like. Got them ones on there as well. Hey man, beercan man. Oh, here's something else that you haven't seen. I put some strawberries in hanging baskets. And it's starting to get the flowers. There's one there and there's one on the other side. Ain't that right, man, beercan man? Yeah, man, I'll have some beercan on there later on in the summertime when the weather is fine. The seed ball things in this pot here are coming up as well. The sweet corn, that's doing alright, that, like. It's doing alright. Needs to go out soon, but the weather needs to improve. It's supposed to be, well, it's been forecast for snow. I've been saying that for weeks now. They say it was going to get colder at Easter, like, and it has. Broad beans coming up. Broad beans, broad beans, broad beans. And they're the, what are these? The scarlet kale. They're all potted on now. And the winter bow kale. These are the kalettes. Now, these will be interesting because they're flying along here. All these need to go out into the cold frame soon because I need space. And they're the greyhound cabbage, and they're doing champion as well. My dahlias, they are starting to come up there, look. There's 2 on that one, and I noticed another one was starting to break there. So they're coming. And all is not lost with the carrot challenge, by the way, because there's my carrot. Now that one, I'll pull this one out. So that's got its best chance. Grow massive now. These clematis, or clematis, are doing canny. What can I say? I put it on these tomatoes 2 days ago, and they've doubled in size. Just shows you, like. I had a little weed round there, garlic as well. It's getting bigger. Let's see what's underneath later on during the year. So they're the Shirley, 6 Shirley and 6 Stoners exhibition. These bamboo are starting to produce the thick stems now, like. Thank you, Tony Brown, for telling us what to do. I know you're watching. He did say that they would throw off little tiny stems, and then once the big thick stem comes on, they'll just start romping away, and that's what they're doing. This has got 2 on now, so I'm pleased with that. I took some. There's some honeysuckle growing in the path in someone's garden, so I took some cuttings. Hopefully they'll take. Probably not, like, but you never know. I think that's everything, folks. Oh, I'll show you the tidy shed. You've never seen in this bit before. This is just me store area. Keep all my clothes, work stuff, tools. There's all my net for me cabbages and stuff. And there's some fleece, which I didn't think would be needing at this time of year, but I think we will be. Also, that's good to put away carrots. You know, if you don't grow carrots in a raised bed, obviously carrot fly, put some fleece over. That works. A little bit tidier now in here. Got a little bit wood pile going on. And that's about it. It's got some dry wood chopping. I've been chopping away. Careful with the axe, Eugene. Oh, here's one thing. Look at that. Who remembers these? BMX 2-finger pulls. Awesome. Found them in the shed. I found this book as well, and I was having a little flick through. It's a tree identification book, and here is the fact of the day. Try to spin you round. Did you know there is a tree called the bastard service tree? I bet you didn't. The birds have been out. There's loads of birds around here. Like there's, I've seen the blue tits, goldfinches, robins, wrens, the lot, sparrows, everything. So I'll put that down. What else? There's nothing else to show you. There ain't nothing else to show you. So that's it. Oh, there is one thing to tell you though, and I bet you some of you are all going, "What's happened to Annie? What's happened to Annie?" Right. She had the tablets on, when did she go? Thursday night, at tea time. She had her first tablet. By 6 o'clock the next morning, I'll just let this siren go past. Aye, by the next morning she was jumping around as if there was no matter. So that's excellent. Obviously the painkillers are working, and she might even be able to come over to the garden. because it only takes 10 minutes, and the vet says I could take her for a 10-minute walk. So she's doing canny. She's really good. Thanks for all the concern and well wishes and all that. She's getting better and all that kind of thing. Before I go as well, that's the comfrey. I'm going to take this into the greenhouse and let it dry out. That stinks, that. That is awesome stuff. That's all I can say. Right. Like I say once again, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, commenting, liking, and all that kind of thing. There is a, so if you haven't, I didn't know anything about this, but there's a bell thing next to the subscribe button, next to my name. Hit that, please, please, please. No, I'm not. I'm blabbering now. I think it's time for a beer. I'm going to go home. I'm going to figure out this editing software. I'll just keep it simple. No stupid tricks or funny things going on the day. Okay. Once again, thanks for watching. Bye now. See you on the next one. Happy Easter.